My name's Jack. I'm 21. I'm from Denver, Colorado.
My name's Jalen. I'm 19 and I'm from Broomfield, Colorado.
Matthew, 21. I'm from Aurora, Colorado.
I'm Ryan Kaufman. I'm from Denver. I am 21 years old.
I'm Vincent. I'm from Denver, originally from Switzerland, and I'm 21 as well.
Okay, my name's Kaylin Miller. I'm from Broomfield, Colorado, and I'm 19. I have 3 tattoos. So my first tattoo is a cross on my ribs. I got it at my friend's house. His roommate was doing tattoos at the time. I literally just laid on his bed and he tattooed me.
I have 4 tattoos total. So I got my first tattoo when I was 17, and it's this one on my arm. I don't know if you can see it. I got it for my 2 grandmas. So the sunflower on here is for my Nana. She recently passed away. And then there's Japanese cherry blossoms, which is kind of just for my mom's side in general, because my grandma is from Japan.
I have 3.
I have 2 tattoos.
My first tattoo is one I have here on my thigh, and I have it for my grandpa. And it's 2 mountains and a river, and then his name and his birth date in Roman numerals. And I got 2 mountains in a river because he was a big outdoors guy and fly fisherman.
Well, I have one stick and poke that I got when I was 15 or something. It's really bad. But I'm not a huge tattoo person.
I have 6 tattoos. 4 are on my front side and then I have 2 on my arm. I got my first tattoo when I was 16 and I got the idea from a board game called Picturica, and it was an image on the card, and I was like, that would be such a cute tattoo. And I just asked my mom one day if I could get it, and she was like, yeah, go ahead. I was like, oh, cool. So I went to Metamorphosis Tattoo Sideshow in Boulder, and I got this chameleon on my wrist. His name's Gerald, and I love him so much. I guess I'm just glad that tattoos are being more accepted, because I work at Boulder Medical Center as a phlebotomist, and it's just nice to know that having visible tattoos doesn't disqualify me from being a healthcare provider.
I only have one. I got in high school because of What Are the Odds, which is a game that we used to play where you try and get someone to do something by trying to pick the same numbers. So my friend oddsed me 1 in 50 that on my 18th birthday I get a dick tattoo. Eventually he kept hounding me to get it, and so I was like, okay, can I get something equally funny and just pay for the whole thing myself? So a friend of mine drew it for me. He's a really good artist. His name is Cousteau. He draws lots of realistic stuff, so I asked him to draw me a kind of realistic, kind of cartoony teepee, because back in high school we had this spot near a creek where we would go and do lots of high school activities. I'll leave it at that. And we called it the teepee. So I got the tattoo, and everyone thought it was hilarious. That's kind of how I thought of it. It was just, oh, it's funny. It's this joke that all my friends will get, and then I'll have to explain it to other people, and it'll be funny for me to tell the story. But now, thinking about it again, the teepee's gone, all the trees are cut down, and you can't really go there anymore. I mean, you can, but it's not the same. It's not like how it was when we used to hang out there all the time. So it's kind of cool to have a piece of it on my body and remember by.
To address the elephant in the room, you guys want to talk about your matching tattoo?
So we got a alcohol-themed tattoo together. It's a Jägermeister tattoo. We got it our freshman year. We were dorm roommates, and yeah, it's just something we kind of bonded all year, and then just wanted a nice lasting memory together. So that's why we did that. Well, originally we wanted to get the actual the Jägermeister logo
With the deer and the cross above it and the rays coming out. But when we went to the tattoo shop, the artist said that it wouldn't work unless we wanted it really big, and we decided against that. So we decided to split up the word.
And then I think I was just Kaufman, like, what word do you want? And he said Jaeger, so I went with Meister. And yeah, I mean, I like being the Meister.
Yeah, and I'm the Jaeger, so I mean, it worked out. It was a lot of fun to get. It was funny. And it's a fun party thing, you know, we're at parties and Vinny's there and we're like, oh, you want to see something cool? Watch this.
It was like a day in quarantine. It was I don't know if it was the mask mandate yet, so it might have been like,
Yeah, it was in like April.
or something. I don't know. But we're just driving around all day, like calling different places to try to get someone to get like a tattoo today. And everyone's like, no, like you need to schedule one. And we're like, no, this is an impulse thing. We need to get it done today. So we finally like found a place in Thornton and they like got us in.
Yeah, we wanted to do something with Colorado because we were both born here. But, you know, everybody has just like a Colorado symbol. So we got the blue spruce tree because it's the state tree and I think it's a little bit more original.
Yeah, and it has another meaning of resilience, and that's what we are.
Yeah.
We are going to be friends forever.
Our friendship is resilient.
We've been friends since kindergarten, and we are now turning 20 this year.
Growing up, were there any like people in your life with tattoos? If that's like family members or just anybody you looked up to?
Not really. One of my rules growing up for my mom was not to get a tattoo, and I very quickly decided I didn't want to follow that rule and broke it. So I didn't really have that many people in my life. I can't think of anyone in my life that had tattoos growing up.
My family's really weird about tattoos. My dad has a tattoo, but he only has one. And the rest of my family, besides my older brother, are like super against tattoos. And he didn't start getting tattoos until he was like in his 20s. So I think it was more like a media influence, I think.
I have 3 older sisters, and the one right before me, her name's Kayla, and she's like 3 years older than me, and she first got her tattoo when she turned 18. I don't remember which one it was, but after that she just like kept getting more, and I was like, those are so cute. Like I just kind of like followed in her footsteps a lot. We even like went and got like tattoos together one day. She kind of opened the door for like tattoos, I guess.
A friend's older brother had a couple really funny ones. He had a spork on his forearm, and I always thought that was just funny as shit.
Do you regret any of your tattoos?
No. I like them all.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, they're fun.
I don't love the one that I got on my ribs because it's super dark, but I don't regret it because it was just a whole experience. And, you know, I can say that I got my first tattoo at a house and I didn't get like a staph infection or anything. And it was free, so like it turned out pretty good for, you know, the cost.
No, not at all. And I think a lot of that is too is like, even though I got my first tattoo when I was 17, it's like people are always like, oh, you got one when you were so young, like you're gonna regret it. And it's like, even the Jaeger one is stupid, and I've had plenty of people tell me it's stupid, but it's like, no matter what, it reminds me of a time in my life and something, and it mattered to me at that time. And even if it doesn't matter to me, if any of them don't matter to me in the future, it doesn't change like the connection I had to it at the time.
I think the biggest thing with getting tattooed is it's a moment in time that like you want to remember, or something about you that just makes you who you are, and you just want to symbolize it. And I guess that's why I get tattooed, you know, just to remember moments in time.
I get tattoos because I think they're cool. I don't know. I just like having art on my body that I can like look at sometimes and just be happy.
I feel like, you know, they might look bad when I get old, but I can still look at them and remember where I was at in that time, and it's kind of like a little story.
I don't know. I think everyone gets their tattoos for a different reason. Mine was pretty much a bet, 1 in 50. I didn't want to get the shit slapped out of me because the rule was the higher the odds, the heavier the slap if you don't do it. So I wasn't trying to get smacked. That's why I did it. So I mean, there's a lot of better reasons to get a tattoo, but there's a lot of worse ones too. So